We've got mail. Hello, you, and welcome to some kind of Fox content, and welcome back to Will, a Wonderful World, where we take on the role as a god, and we gotta fix people's problems, and it seems like there are more problems to be dealt with. New message, farewell, and fair warning, also, as we discovered in the first episode, these can get pretty dark and pretty deep, so viewer discretion, that's advised. Okay, let's see here, new message. Somebody had ruined my plan. Damn it. I sat up and I realized I could barely stand. The entire room was spinning. I felt so nauseated that I almost threw up. Just a little longer, and I could have seen her again. The room was completely dark since I hadn't been able to pay my utility bill for a while. I lifted my foot and tried to take a step, but I tripped over my easel. The brushes and paints fell all over the place. I crouched down and slowly started to pick them up again. It took me a while, as I was so exhausted. I put out the fire and opened a window. I stumbled upon my flashlight and pressed the button. I heard a deafening explosion. Was that a gas explosion? Typical gas explosions are caused by the drastic expansion of volume caused by the heat and additional gas produced during the burning. The concentration of a particular combustible gas or vapor necessary to support its combustion in air must be within a range known as the flammable range for that gas or vapor. Not enough fuel if it's too low, and not enough oxygen if it's too high. For instance, the flammable range of is between. Why are we reading this? Concentrations of flammable gases in our daily life are typically lower than the flammable range. However, coal burning or indoor gas leaks could still cause the dangerous gas to reach that range. The presence of an ignition source would trigger the explosion immediately. Sources include candles, lighters, stoves, as well as possible sparks that are generated by electricity, such as turning on a flashlight, ringing of a bell, or opening a fridge. Common combustible gases include natural gas, methane, and carbon monoxide. I thought I saw a slender figure of somebody fall down in the fire before I passed out. When I woke up, the doctor told me that there was a 17-year-old girl who had been sent to the hospital along with me. She hadn't made it. Fortunately, however, I was still alive. I had third-degree burns all over my body. I lost my right arm and I couldn't speak. I couldn't even do something as simple as ask what the girl's name was. God, why? Why didn't you just kill me instead? When Sharon. Again, sorry for mispronouncing names. That's gonna happen a lot. Ooh, now we got more stuff to move. Because in the first episode, we could only move like one of these pieces, but you know. So, what if he... What happens if we just change these two? I wish I could see what would happen, but I guess that's in the interest of the game to keep that obscured. So, but tripped over my easel. The brushes and paint fell all over the place. I just feel like this should be the first. What if we do it like this? Let's see. I held up my flashlight. I made sure everything had been picked up and then walked toward the doorway. Click. Someone had just shut the door. I hurried up However, there was nothing there except a broken, worthless ceramic pot on the floor. I opened the door and looked outside into the hallway. There was no one there either. I went back in, saw the remaining coal and the smoke that was still lingering in the room. I could still continue with the plan. I lit the coal again and closed the window. I climbed back into my bed. I felt my consciousness leaving me as I started to enter another world. See, that's not what we want. That was bad. What about this? Who's there? Oh God. I pressed the button on my flashlight in a hurry and the white light almost blinded me. Ah! I saw a shadow fall to the ground. I quickly turned my light towards the sound and saw that it was a girl that I had never met before. I checked to see if she was still breathing. She was. I remembered a school picnic during my junior high years. I'd done the same thing to scare a girl in my class. She didn't faint, even though I had done it intentionally. Kids today are so weak. I carried the girl into my ventilated bedroom, laid her down and on my bed, and pulled the sheet over her. I went back into the living room and picked up my paintbrush. I tried to remember her panicking face when she saw me. I suddenly had a new feeling. A feeling that I could paint something special this time. And yet, I just fell asleep with the brush in my hand while leaning against the wall. That was better. Well, that was so scary. I don't want to see anything else like that ever again. Well, if you don't want to see it again, you can. While you're reading a letter, select replay to review the entire letter again. I wonder though, why can we see all of these images here? Aren't we just reading their letters? Well, technically, we are not actually receiving handwritten letters from the humans. You could think of these letters as a manifestation of their will. That's why they include more than the text you are reading. Sometimes we will receive the images of what they see, or even how they feel. Well, that's really amazing. Cool, we did that one. Nice. So, how did you feel? Phew! Everything felt so unreal. Am I really a god? Have I always been living here? Where am I? Who are you? And has the sky outside always been so red? It's even snowing outside. The weather is so weird. I have no memory of any of this. Is any of this real? Of course, don't worry about it. Your memories will come back to you slowly. Anyway, don't you think this job is perfect for you? And it isn't too hard either, is it? I just made someone die! That's true! It is more interesting than I thought. While it is interesting indeed, it is also rather serious. From now on, I won't repeat myself anymore. Some of my previous instructions can be found in the Help menu. The content in the Help menu will also grow as you learn more about your job. However, you might not be able to find everything you need in there. For instance, if you forget or didn't pay attention to what I've told you, you might never be able to hear it again. So the truly important information, as you see here, will be highlighted in orange text. Things in orange text are extremely important. When you see something in orange, you should slow down your reading and pay extra attention. Now answer fast. Which of the following words were highlighted in orange in what I just said? Extremely important. See, I knew this was going to happen. You have to remember the importance of every word in orange text. As long as you pay attention to them, they'll be very helpful in completing your tasks. In other words, if you don't, you are likely to get stuck in some of the more challenging tasks. We're going to restart the game now to teach you a lesson so that you understand how serious I am. Wait, what? I noticed that you have already saved your progress manually. That's a great habit. However, if you haven't saved for a while, it would be useful to take advantage of the autosave function. It will take you back to the most recently autosaved data point. Well, that's all for now. We'll say goodbye for the moment. I hope I see you again soon. I'll be here waiting. Wait. What? Am I being kerfuckled here? What's happening? Okay. Let's pay attention to what he says this time. That's a fun little gimmick from the game. To be like, you guessed wrong. Should have paid attention. Okay, so... It's because he said truly. I didn't pay attention to the truly. I paid him attention to important information, because that's the importance within the orange text. Oh, god damn it. Okay, truly important. There we go. I think correct. The orange text may appear not only in my words, but also occasionally in the human's letters as well. The human's letters might include text in other colors too, such as yellow and blue. The yellow text highlights digital messages in a text message or email, while the blue text highlights messages left in a fax or a note. Am I supposed to keep track of all of this? The orange text, however, emphasizes something else. I'll explain it to you later when we see it. You won't remember it at all if I say too much right now anyway. So in the end, you just need to remember that orange text is extremely important. Now, to make sure that you didn't just make a lucky guess, piss. We're going to have another quiz. In my previous dialogue, what is their correct order? This one, right? No, wait. This one. Oh boy, I think it's the first one. See? God damn it! I see. Hang on. No. This can't be the entire episode. No, not collections. I don't care about collections right now. For the see, Shush, talking dog. Come on. Truly important information. There we go. Okay. Orange text. Piss, I should have read that. So orange text was first. This one. Correct. Oh, thank God. Phew! Thank goodness. It looks like you have truly mastered what I have taught you so far. You are truly my master. Aside from the orange text, in normal mode, you will also notice a lot of red text. Okay, red first. Red alert. If you read those words very carefully, you might find some clues that could help you solve the puzzle. In normal mode, such clues will be highlighted in red. So first text and highlights. Okay, they might help you with your deductions. If you ever find yourself stuck in a puzzle with no idea how to proceed, pay special attention to the red text and you'll surely be able to make progress. Alright, it seems like you should do just fine now. And I can take it easy too then. I believe as you go along with your tasks, you will eventually make the right decision. Besides, I can see that you have already made a choice. A choice? Yes, I told you at the beginning that handling the prayers from the humans is our job. However, whether to help them or not and how exactly you want to change their fates is completely up to you. I see that you have chosen an S ending for them all. That means you are choosing the path of absolute kindness. Well, they were asking me for help, so of course I should help them. What's the alternative? Can I fuck them up? That I should torture them instead? Haha, not necessarily, but you know. I just want to remind you that the path of an absolute kindness is not an easy one. Especially when you receive letters from two different people, you'll have to make the ending for both sides an S. Oh, S for we're screwed. Simply achieving an S ending for just one of them won't be good enough. In other words, you have to solve two people's problems at the same time. I see. Well, I'm sure I can find a way. Okay then. By the way, I suppose you don't remember your own name either. Your name is Myth. Myth? You are a god who can manipulate people's fates through stories and puzzles. That's why they call you Myth. You might not know this yet, but you are actually quite popular in the human world. Some of the urban legends that have been circulating are stories about you. Wow! I didn't know I was so impressive. Even though I seem to have forgotten a lot of things, and I'm still adapting and trying to learn. I do feel helping people, and that makes them happy. If I work very hard, could I possibly grant wishes to everyone in the world? Can I become Santa Claus, maybe? Everyone? Well, geez, you'd be buried by all their letters first. However, if you try your best, you should be able to shape the world a little closer to your liking at the very least. Got it. I'll try my best here. Well, from now on, let me know if you have any questions. After all, it is just the two of us here. Let me see what kind of letters we're getting today. Now, I can't promise that I'll S-rank every single one of these, but, you know. New partner. First day at new school. I'm not helping with homeworks. 20,000 pesos? What the freak, am I giving out loans now? Ah. Well, you asked for Buddha, that's not me. Why didn't I get a star here? Hello, sir? The stars? Okay, well, she has a new partner. And he has the first day at school. Cool. School first. My name is Jimmy. Today was my first day at Jingyan High School as a senior. I flew from Hong Kong to Beijing only a few days ago. On my first night, my suitcase, which held my laptop, still hadn't arrived at the hotel. How can I be a student if I don't have my laptop? I was bored out of my mind and decided to go down to the arcade to kill some time. There I saw a girl with long hair. She had come into the arcade with a basket of tennis balls, and she was sweating from head to toe. She wanted to get the Sir Spotty doll from the claw machine. I wanted to get it too. We fought endlessly. But earlier there had been a couple hogging the machine for a long time. Throughout my childhood, my father would always buy me anything I wanted. It was usually Game Boys, computers, and stuff like that. Nothing outrageous. No, absolutely not. Just freaking, like, it's Thursday, have a laptop. So, what is this music? So I never really understood the feeling of wanting something so badly but not being able to get it. I looked at her from a distance, like a creep. I watched her fail and keep trying over and over again. Her expression looked so funny and so cute. I felt a strange urge. Okay. I'd gone to an all-boys school in Hong Kong, and I also wasn't someone who liked to go out that much. I had never really met very many girls. And I had never learned how to pick up girls. But today felt different. I really thought she was extremely cute, and I had a special feeling about her that I didn't really understand myself. I didn't want to miss the chance of getting to know her. I mustered all of my courage and decided to get her attention. I wrote down my email address on a piece of paper. Then I bought a drink and quietly left the cup on the counter of the claw machine with the note under the cup. Yeah, you haven't talked to a lot of girls in your life, I can tell. Now I just needed to wait for her response. The first night I didn't get an email. Wait, is this the stalker? It must have been too late. She would write me back the next day, I thought. Yeah, why hasn't she just replied to an email that is on this random piece of paper under a drink on a claw machine in a shady arcade? What's up with that? The second day, all I got was junk mail. The third day, oh, it is him, because he's using the emojis. Maybe she had lost the note by accident, or maybe she's just being sensible and not replying to a random email. Maybe she had washed it in her laundry. Maybe I could find out what her email address was instead. All I needed to do was hack into the cashier's... Dude. I could get information on all of the customers who had paid for tokens using mobile banking. So let me get this straight, sir. Your initial plan of just leaving an email under a drink in a shady arcade didn't work, so what you're thinking about doing now is to hack the very system and check mobile banking? What the fuck? And I could get more than just their email addresses, like their real addresses and bank account. Don't ever do this. So I did it. Oh well. I mustered all of my courage once again and wrote her an email. Yet, maybe she didn't really use her email, or maybe she's just being sensible. I had told my father that I wanted to transfer to this school. It didn't really matter much to him, and the school happened to be quite good too, so he agreed almost immediately. If he had known the truth, he would have slapped me in the face and called me a disgrace. I also found out that she liked playing tennis. What gave it away? Was it the basket of tennis balls? So of course I bought myself a racket immediately. I even finished reading all 42 volumes of the manga series, The Kid of Tennis. It's a Japanese anime comedy series centered around tennis-playing teenagers. The series received wide acclaim as soon as it debuted in Japan, and also broke many ratings records in Hong Kong, Taiwan, and other Southeast Asian countries. The hero of the series, Kido Noraku, grows up in an extremely wealthy family, yet he has never had any luck with the girls in school, as he's too introverted. However, his life changes forever when one of his school classmates and the girl in his dream, Misukawa Yoko, casually asks him, "Do you like tennis?" He makes up his mind and joins the school tennis team to become a great tennis player, and so that he could impress her and win her over. The unique art style and positive spirit of the series have influenced generations of young people, and the series has since become a classic. Many kids have grown up idolized Kido Noraku, thinking that they could attract the attentions of their secret crushes by becoming good at tennis. More importantly, the vast majority of them eventually learn an invaluable lesson that everything in an anime series is simply a lie. Oh, well. But I would have never thought that I would get the chance to partner with her in a doubles match on my first day at the new school. And I'd also never realized that, well, everything in the manga was a lie. The only time I even touched the ball, I hit the referee. Oh crap, I suck so bad. She must hate me now. We ended up in a tiebreaker somehow for the match. I had read about this in the manga. Basically, it was a quick way to decide the winner when both sides had been evenly matched. If it wasn't for me, she would have already won easily. The ball was coming again. It was a fast one, and it was flying towards my right side. Okay, so there's the devil's in the details here. We need the flying right side. I was so nervous that my hand was shaking uncontrollably. I tried my best to hold the racket as steady as I could. I took a step to the right. I rushed forward. I took a step to the right almost out of instinct, but I still let the ball pass. Even if I tried to hit the ball, it would never go in. From behind me, I heard her hitting the ball. Good job, good on you. But before I could finish my thought, I felt a sudden shock of numbness and pain from the back of my head. I completely blacked out. Oh, so she hit him with the ball. I was in the infirmary when I woke up. How powerful is her smash? It happens from time to time that tennis players hit each other. I have never seen anyone gotten hit with such a force from a fluffy tennis ball that they passed out and woke up in the infirmary later. It was already noon. I looked around, there was no one else in the room but the school nurse. Oh, Jimmy, what did you think was going to happen? Gimme. Next letter, please. This problem was so difficult. I started at the test and it looked like some kind of ancient curse, torturing my fragile little mind. A box of chocolate milk suddenly appeared on my desk. You just had a random spawn of a box of chocolate milk? My favorite! Lucky. Don't just drink instantaneously spawning chocolate milk. Even though chocolate milk is the shit, it's really good. But don't just drink it if it suddenly appears in front of you. What are you doing during an exam, sitting here drinking chocolate milk? Thud! Mrs. Yang pounded her fist on my desk. Did you drink my chocolate milk? My eyes went wide. There was no test. No, Miss Yang. Not even my favorite drink, chocolate milk. I was lying in my own bed, still wearing the t-shirt I had put on for tennis last night. How had I fallen asleep like this? Suddenly I remembered that I had found some strange things at my door last night. I carefully opened the door and looked outside. There was nothing. Was it all just a dream? In any case, what time was it? I checked the clock on the wall. It was ... o'clock. It was 9:10! I rushed to school as fast as possible. The second period had just begun. It was tennis class today. Our school was famous for its emphasizing on so-called quality education, which meant that unlike other schools, we had classes in stuff like tennis, art, and so on, even for the senior students, so that they could get some exercise and release some of the stress from schoolwork. Not many seniors enrolled in the classes, though. Everyone had bet their whole lives on the upcoming Gaokao. I butchered that pronunciation. The National Higher Education Entrance Examination. Jesus. Annual held national exam in mainland China. All high school seniors and other people are at similar academic levels take the exam as an entrance selection process for the higher education institutions. What? The exams are held every year from June 7th to June 9th, typically including 3 mandatory subjects, literature, math, and English, along with another choice between liberal arts and engineering. The modern was first held in 1977 with 5.7 million participants and a 5% acceptance rate. By 2017, the total number of participants had increased to 9.4 million. The acceptance rate is 85. That's an insane jump. Nevertheless, it is still very hard to be admitted into the top universities, In Chinese culture, going to a good college could change one's fate. Well, not if I have something to say about it. I'm about to do a number on Jimmy here. While not entirely correct, still dominates the mind of numerous students and their parents. In order to get better grades, even when sick, sometimes there are reports about students who keep studying with an IV attached. Jesus. Many top high school in each individual province have also been known to come up with extraordinary strategies in order to send their students into the top 2 universities in China. For instance, Guangzhou High School in Hebei province, I'm butchering so many pronunciations, is infamous for its military-style school administration. And the most well-known super school, Gaokao Sweat Factory in China after the fall of its predecessor, Huangyang High School of Hubei province. Well, damn. However, I still had no idea what I wanted to do in the future, nor what major I would be interested in. I suppose I would just go with the flow. I carried the racket under my arm and ran onto the tennis court. Usually I would just do some hitting practice during the class, but today I was here with a purpose. Last time I had accidentally hit that knucklehead Rocky from class 3 when I had been practicing my serve. He insisted that I had done it on purpose and challenged me to a match to settle the score. What kind of obsessive, obnoxious man was this? Well, today was the day of our duel. I had agreed to his proposal with 30 boxes of chocolate milk as the wager. That's my favorite, by the way. We would play a double match for 1 set, and we got to pick a partner for the opponent. I picked Wang Yang as Rocky's partners first. He was probably the weakest out of all the people present today. My darling chocolate milk, here I come. Rocky pointed to someone behind me. You'll partner with him then. I turned around, and to my horror, it was Jimmy. And I saw someone who was looking petrified, someone whom I'd never met. The stranger introduced himself as Jimmy. He said he had just transferred from Hong Kong today. Huh? A transfer student in the last semester of senior year and from Hong Kong no less? That's peculiar. Never mind, I needed to win my chocolate milk first. Since he had enrolled in the class, he could be really good. Maybe this would be my lucky day. Just 1 game later, I realized I'd been kidding myself. That sneaky Rocky, he must have known this guy didn't know how to play at all. Wang Yang might only be a 2.0, but that would make Jimmy a 0.2. He barely even knew how to hold the racket. Well, there goes the chocolate milk. No matter, for my precious chocolate milk, I would have to do it alone. Half an hour later, we were at the tiebreaker. We already read about this. There you go. So here, if you want to know what a tiebreaker is. The score was 7-8, their match point. If I could win this next point, I still had a chance. Otherwise, I would have to go buy the chocolate milk myself at a 7-Eleven. I was standing on the right side at the back. My hat was soaking wet and sweat was dripping down my ponytail onto my t-shirt. Jimmy was standing on the left side at the net, and I could see he was sweating through the back of his t-shirt too. Here came the ball. It was aimed at the center of the backcourt to my left. Okay, wait. So it's to his right, but to her left. Okay. I squeezed the racket in my hand. A sudden twist of my ankle. Swing! I fell to the ground and completely mishit the ball. Even worse, it went straight into the back of Jimmy's head. Jimmy fainted. Oh no, did I just give him a concussion? But I clearly remembered that he was standing much further left, wasn't he? Okay, we can fix this. Hopefully. Okay, so she's standing at the back, so if she... What? Jimmy twists his ankle. So she rushes forward. It wouldn't help her to take a step to the right, because the ball is to her left, right? But I need Jimmy to not step to the right. What if we do this? I took a swing at the ball, but I almost tripped. I had to take another step to stop myself from falling over. The tennis ball flew over the nest, kissed the baseline, compressed, and bounced up. Then it was stuck in the weird fence around the court. Wired fence, not weird. Yay! Match point saved! Rocky was such a sneaky bastard. With Jimmy barely able to move, he was now aiming every ball at him. But Jimmy was able to get out of my way almost every time, even with a twisted ankle. We were coordinated surprisingly well. Being that Jimmy basically left the court and I carried. What a coordination. After a while, Wang Kwang was left standing there too. The game had become a singles match between Rocky and me. Maybe Jimmy was a lucky charm because we eventually won the game 15-13. What a great partner. And more so, chocolate milk! Yep, I had won my chocolate milk. Hooray! I fell to the ground and my ankle hurt like hell. Fortunately, we still won the point thanks to her. While I was crying in a corner, holding my ankle, she carried us to victory. Now our opponents were hitting the ball towards me almost exclusively, but Li Wen was too good. And eventually, we won. Oh, that's nice. More importantly, we ran over and high-fived. I wasn't just daydreaming about this. She really did just give me a high five. Her hand felt so warm. I would never forget that moment. Holy moly, we hit X rank on the first try! Well, would you look at that? And with that, I think we've done enough godly work here for today. We got the chocolate milk. What shall be up for next episode? We got. Oh God, we got 2 new people. Hang on. I'm messing. Strange teacher. If only I could do it again. That doesn't sound good. So in the next one, could maybe work on his, And then we got Jimmy. He's doing things, and then she has a strange teacher. Well. All of that is up for the next one. For now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you in the next one. All right, I'm out.